this world has been connected. And now darkness within darkness awaits you.
In the end, every heart returns to the darkness whence it came.
My name is Ansem. I reach for the darkness. One who knows nothing can understand.
This is episode number 45 of season 2 of the longest running Kingdom Hearts podcast in the world. My name is Mike, and with me as always is my brother, Jason. Jason, how's it going, dude?
Yo!
How we living?
Dude, it's been a good day. It's been a good day. Been a good week. Been a good week even.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Not
Why
even for any particular reason, really.
Oh,
like just work's been good. Been hitting the gym, been feeling good.
Okay. Okay.
Everyday typical life, been good mode. So can't complain.
Love that, dude. Love that for you. We haven't played a ton of it yet, but Final Fantasy 16's out, right?
Yeah.
And I see a lot of people comparing the battle system to Kingdom Hearts or talking about Kingdom Hearts, and that's cool, you know? I've also seen
Hopefully it
people
gets more
say
eyes on Kingdom Hearts. That'd be cool.
that I've also seen people say, "Oh, this game goes into too much Kingdom Hearts bullshit."
Yeah.
Story-wise, and I don't know what happens in the story of FF16.
No
like
idea.
I said, we're
obviously, don't worry about any spoilers here. We don't even know.
Right. But
we're barely out of the prologue.
I just want to say, spoilers for other Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy games have always been fucking batshit crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why people always are like, oh, this is
Kingdom Hearts doesn't own it.
Like Final Fantasy 1, you literally, spoilers, go into a time loop to defeat the final boss.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think it's Final Fantasy 4, you go to the fucking moon at the end of the game. You know what I mean? Like there's
same thing in Final Fantasy 8.
Right, well, yeah. There's just always so much batshit craziness. Like FF7's nuts. You know what I mean? And you guys are gonna call it Kingdom Hearts bullshit? Like, I'm sorry. Like
it's Final Fantasy bullshit, if anything.
Daddy did it first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Little Kingdom Hearts boy. He did. There's nothing wrong with him. Don't come after him like that. That's my little guy. You know?
He's just a sweet boy.
He's just a sweet little guy. He's just a little boy. You know? So don't come after him like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to comment on that because I think it's silly when people do that. And it's
Here,
usually people that don't like content from Japan. Like they don't like anime, they don't like games from Japan, and they're playing a Final Fantasy because it's like a mainline thing.
Yeah.
And it's like they're like, oh, this is popular, and like it's so crazy to me to
It's
hear
most
people
mainstream
go,
for sure.
right? Like to hear people that don't typically play games like that play a game like that and go, yeah, this isn't for me because I don't like this weird shit. It's like, no shit, dude. There's been 16 of these fucking games. How do you not know this by now?
Yeah,
how
for
do you
real,
not know
dude.
this isn't for
the
you?
people who are coming out of the woodwork saying like, yeah, Final Fantasy, I guess it's not for me. It's like, bro,
it's crazy that they show me a cutscene and then I walk 10 feet and then they show me another cutscene. It's like, shut up, dude. Like this is, this is not new.
When it's like that, sometimes I could feel that, but
well, I get it, but it's like
if it's immersive, it's immersive. Like if it works, it works. Yeah.
This is the trope. This is what they do. You know, it's very But these are the same people that are like, oh, The Last of Us. You know what I I mean? Like, that noise was me sucking a dick, by the way.
Yeah, if you would have told me, on my bingo card that Mike sucking a dick was actually gonna be like, I'm gonna put a chip down on that place, like I would have told you.
Should have put
you're
some
crazy.
big money on it.
I should have.
But you know what I mean? They're like, oh, The Last of Us is the best storytelling. It's like, that game is a cutscene.
Yeah.
God of War. Like, you that happens all the time in God of War.
We watch like
I
hella
love God of War.
cutscenes. Yeah.
But it's like, don't act like this is like Final Fantasy's problem. This is a video game deal. Like, a lot of video games are like this, and it's okay. Just stop being stupid.
And it's
anyway,
good. It's good.
I didn't mean to go on this tangent. Because we have actually a news bit to talk about, Jason.
No way.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Not real news.
It's not like Kingdom Hearts. I mean, it is. It is Kingdom Hearts news.
It's not
But
real
it's not
news.
like it's not like from Square Enix or Nomura. So tonight, the day this releases, Friday, June 30th, there is going to be the first ever Reconnect Direct, or as I like to call it, Redirect, from KH Guides and his crew at KH Reconnect, which is if you don't know what that is for some reason and you listen to this podcast, it is a community celebration of Kingdom Hearts that's happening September 15th through the 17th in Dallas, Texas, and we will be there.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, you should tune in to youtube.com/KH Guides tonight at 8 p.m. What is CDT? What time zone is that?
That's just Central, I think, right?
Is it? It's this people exist in Central Time?
Yeah, I always thought it was fake. Like I never met anyone who's in Central Time.
So wait, I just put Central Daylight Time to EST, and it says Central Daylight Time is 0 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, is that what we're in? We're just idiots. Is that just another way to say Eastern?
But then, okay, Central Daylight Time is 1 hour behind Eastern Daylight Time. To convert CDT to EDT, you have to add 1 hour. So which is right? World Time Server told me it was. Anyway, it's around that time, 8 p.m. CDT. Friday night. And there's going to be some big announcements there, including, you might, if you tune in, you might see a familiar face or two.
Yeah.
So tune in, please.
Or
please.
3.
And, I mean, you'll probably see multiple faces you recognize. I mean,
Yeah.
if you know Lance, you'll be like, yo, there's Lance, because he's going to be there. I'm just telling you. Lance is kind of the host. I think that's a spoiler, but whatever.
Wow.
Hey, Lance is part of the crew, man. They know.
Wow.
That'd be like literally putting a Donkey Kong Country game in your Switch, and then being like, "What's Diddy Kong doing here?" Like
That's true. That's true.
Lance is like the homie, okay? You know he's gonna be there. Like,
True.
Like he just is. Actually, Kingdom Hearts is trending on Twitter right now because Final Fantasy 16 Combat owes a lot to Kingdom Hearts.
Huh.
New Final Fantasy is like
from the little we
Kingdom
played. I
Hearts.
didn't really get that vibe, honestly. But
Well, I know the staff
obviously
worked on it.
we just scratched the surface of the
we just
game.
scratched the surface. Speeching? Oh,
Speaking
shit.
of
I was going to have a really
which-
good segue there, and then my speech impediment made me say speeching. Speaking of just scratching the surface, the last 2 episodes of the podcast, we've been scratching into Riku's surface.
and
If
sniffing,
you know what I mean. We've been
scratching and sniffing.
And we are going to continue the next part of this journey through Kingdom Hearts in Riku's perspective.
Yeah.
And today we are covering 358/2 and Kingdom Hearts 2. I really thought one of us would have said something by now.
I thought you were like pulling up your notes or something.
No.
But I was like kind of smirky. I was like, this motherfucker's probably just sitting there not saying shit right now, huh? I kind of want you to like leave the pause in, and then we could talk about how like there's probably some listeners being like, "Yo, did my shit cut out? Did my shit pause? They're like,
Right.
yo, did my headphones die?"
Yeah, your headphones died, everybody. Your headphones died. So I'll be honest with you. Last time Jason ran this segment for Rechain of Memories,
and it was banging. Thank you, everybody.
He did a fantastic job. Everybody tell him on Twitter or whatever They did a fantastic
Not on
job.
Twitter. I won't see it. I don't
tell him on
frequent Twitter.
Tell him on Twitter. I don't know that I'm going to do as good a job here because some of this is shaky for me. And full disclosure, I do a lot. I'm really busy. And Jason does nothing. So he has the time to really dig into this. And some of this, I'm going to be honest with you, is coming from the noggin. It's coming off the dome. It's coming off the dome.
Mike had so much going on, he couldn't tell me, Jason, could you do it again this week? He had so much. So much going on. You guys can't even comprehend how much he had going on.
Jason was doing so much nothing that I couldn't get a hold of him.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He was like in nothingness.
I was that one unemployed friend, and I was like an orangutan going down the Amazon River in a rowboat.
Right.
That was
exactly. He was unreachable to tell him that I couldn't do my job this week. So we're going to get started, though, with 358 over 2. Before I get into it super, super hard, because, that's what I'm going to do, I'd like to thank our good friends, WaterKH, Regular Pat, and the team at the Wayfinder Project for making this a possible
way
thing for
easier
us to do
way easier.
Easily. Other than just searching cutscenes for Riku, I can just type in Riku and every cutscene he's even mentioned in shows up.
Right.
So,
right.
Thank you to those guys. So 3-5. When we last left Riku, he was
Is it The Road to Dawn?
Michael Bay movie. He was in a Michael Bay movie in 2007. Also, by the way, I tweeted that and saying Reconnect Memories if it came out in 2007, and the amount of people that were like,
somebody was like,
it did come out in 2007.
Oh my god!
I know, but that's the meme, you guys. That's the joke. I know it came out in 2007. I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. Also, it came out in 2007 in Japan. So
yeah,
I don't speak
Check
Japanese.
yourself
Jason
before you wreck
does,
yourself.
But I don't. Jason's full-blown Japanese linguist.
No, I'm not. I'm still a beginner. Okay.
Quick side story. I said Naruto today at work.
Yeah.
Because I said somebody at work runs like they're in Naruto.
Oh, okay.
I think I said Naruto. And one of my employees looked at me and said, "You mean Naruto?" And I was like, "My guy,
Naruto."
Like he said it like it was like I was like, "I am not Japanese.
Naruto.
I'm not gonna say it that way." Naruto. Like he said it like I was just like, "Okay, no, we're not doing this." Anyway, so we last left Riku on the way to Dawn, and basically what happens here is he teams up with Diz to and nominate because, well, it's actually, to me, it's not exactly clear why he does in the first place, but then he gets a reason shortly into 358, which is, it's a bit strange to me. But Diz and Naminé move their headquarters to Twilight Town, right?
Yeah.
And at some point, Riku meets Shion at Beast Castle and beats her ass. Just bodies Shion. But then he pulls back her hood and reveals her face, and he's surprised when he sees it. And around this point, after he calls Shion a sham and says her Keyblade's a sham, and this is when she does the scream. That's so like funny.
Yeah. Like the delivery is like good, but like in the context, it's just like, wait, what? What the heck?
Right. It's almost like too late after the fact.
Yeah. It's the Kingdom Hearts patented take way too long in between dialogue.
So he goes back to Naminé, who has just found out that she's having trouble restoring Sora's memories because Sora's nobody is beginning to connect with her, right?
Oh, no.
Meaning, yeah. Anyway, so that's when Riku...
Why did you say it like that? Why?
I don't know.
Why do you do these things?
I don't know.
Why did you say it like that?
I don't know.
Officer, this man right here.
That's not what I meant, though. I'm just stupid.
We're bagging him now.
So Riku's told that Sora can't wake up unless Sora's nobody and her are gone. Okay? Meaning Roxas
dead.
And Shield. Dead.
Straight up dead.
Straight up dead. So Riku, kind of makes it his mission to do that. But he doesn't just like show up and go, yo, I'm gonna kill Shion and Roxas, right? That's like not, doesn't seem to, at least the way he treats Shion, it doesn't seem to be his goal. He kind of like wants
He probably could have just killed her right there if he wanted to.
Right. He wants to give her a choice, right? And so at Destiny Island, Shion is overwhelmed by memories, and she's saved by Riku. And he explains kind of the situation to her, like, hey, I know you want to like be a person and all that, but if you exist, my boy can't come back. And she kind of asks him about Kairi. Yeah, so he just kind of tells her, hey, like, we can give Sora his memories back if you go back with me right now. But she's kind of like, she's like, I can't. And he goes, hey, take some time to think about it.
Okay,
And
okay, good guy, Riku.
He even says, the answer you come up with can't just be right for you. It has to be the one that works best for everybody. You and your friends and everyone else, right? So he's like,
okay,
he's being a little manipulative,
good,
but like
good manipulation from Riku. Okay,
but it's also like he wants his friend back, right?
yeah.
And I think that's fair of him to want, don't you think?
I mean, he definitely at that point, because she doesn't have like much power. He could have just killed her ass. Like,
right?
Is it murder to kill a nobody? Like if they don't have a heart?
You're sounding an awful lot like Diz right now.
Like I just kind of had like a hits the blunt moment, you know? Like,
yeah.
If I murder Vexen, I'm choosing Vexen for a very obvious reason. Because more people will side with me. Is it really murder? You know, like he just wakes up back as Evan.
That's true. That's true.
It's not really murder.
But Shion.
Whereas I feel like with Shion and Roxas, they're like way different than their somebodies. So
yeah, it doesn't
like,
really make a lot of sense.
It definitely feels more like murder.
Yeah, definitely. So at one point, Riku and Shion show up together in Twilight Town in front of Roxas and Axel. He doesn't say anything. He's just in his hood, you know?
Okay. He's just being ominous. Is he big mode at that point or no?
I don't know. He's not big mode yet because that comes
little
later.
Mode. Okay.
He's still regular Riku man. At that point, Axel at some point kind of kidnaps Shion back and brings her back to the organization.
Okay.
Aren't gonna like basically the organization's plan was to make Sayx's plan at least was to make Shion and Roxas kill each other off. But Axel interferes because they're friends, right? And so he doesn't.
Yeah. Like whoever was stronger was just gonna end up coming up on top and then being their keyblade. Right. Yeah.
But when this happens, Sora's memories stop reforming, and Diz says to Riku, "This has gone on long enough, Riku. I think you know what needs to be done." And Riku's like, "Right." So basically, he's saying, "Hey, you've given this nobody a long enough time to think. It's time to do this."
Yeah.
So then he meets Shion in Beast Castle again, where they first met each other and fought, and he sees her and she's like, Riku, and she's excited to see him because there's been a couple scenes, which this isn't from Riku's perspective, obviously, where she's been like, Riku, what would Riku do, or Riku would tell me what to do, right? So she really looks up to Riku. Because he saved her, and he's also, like, he's probably the only person in her life that's not telling her what to do, right?
Right.
Like, he's trying to let her
Well, then there's the inner Sora in her, too.
Right,
so,
that,
like,
but...
she's prone to loving Riku.
Right, exactly. True, but also just the fact that he's, like, he's like, hey, you figured this out. You can do this, you know? And I don't think anybody else is treating her that way, right?
Right.
Even Roxas and Axel, they're, like, telling her what to do, right?
Yeah. This is what we have to do.
Right. So he asks her, hey, did you find the right answer? And she says, yeah, I did. I'm on the verge of losing everything I ever cared about. I can't let that happen. Tell me what I need to do. And Riku says, go to Twilight Town. You'll find a girl there by the name of Namine. Namine? What's she like? You'll find out. I don't think you'll have much trouble tracking her down. And so with that, she leaves and thanks Riku. And he's sending her.
Why would Riku not just bring her?
I don't know. That's a little strange, right?
Yeah. Is he gonna go collect Roxas? Is that his idea? Because he needs both halves, right?
He does need both halves, so I think that's the idea.
He's like, I can just manipulate Shion, but I gotta beat Roxas's ass.
Right. Riku meets up with King Mickey.
What? No
I
way.
Know. Crazy.
No way.
We almost went half a game without him meeting up with Mickey, but here we are. And they have a conversation about King Mickey's like, I've been worried about you. Where are you? And Riku says, I've been searching for a way to conquer the darkness within me while we wait for Sora to awaken. And Mickey's like, hey, for a second there, you kind of looked like, well, you know. And Riku's like, hey, you don't have to worry. I'm getting the hang of keeping the darkness under control. Because he looked like Ansem for a minute, right? And Riku with the the foreshadowing and the poorly, like, there's no way he was like, oh, I'm keeping it under control. And then what
moments
happens
before
next?
tragedy, yeah.
Exactly. But he does say, Mickey, I have to face off against one of the organization's members soon, meaning Roxas. I might not survive the fight. And if I do, it might only be because I gave in to the darkness. That means you're the only one who will be there for Sora, Donald, and Goofy. The only one who can guide them when they awaken. Don't say that, Riku. Promise me, Mickey, you'll be there for our friends.
Of course, Riku.
I promise.
I promise. Except I won't be.
Yeah.
I'll show up and give them a ticket to the old wizard.
Right. Except, yeah, right? Because it's like, Mickey doesn't do it. He just, anytime you see him, he's like, shh. I'm guiding you. But he's not.
I'm not supposed to be here.
We get the iconic post-credit scene, I guess you will.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 1. At least it was portrayed somewhat there. With the BHK versus Riku, right?
Yep.
And they have a conversation.
Top 10 anime battles.
Before they fight. Or not before they fight. I'm sorry. This is the first. They fight the first time. They battle each other and they kind of jump backwards from each other. Because they see Riku sees Shion when he attacks Roxas because he's already defeated Shion and absorbed Shion, right? By this point. So they back away from each other and Roxas is like, who are you? And he goes, what does it matter? I'm here for you. And he goes, why are you trying to stop me? And he says, because I want the rest of Sora's memories. Sora, Sora, Sora. Enough about Sora. You know, and Roxas is just at his peak, like, anger.
Peak Jesse McCartney.
He finally says, if you try to make contact with Kingdom Hearts, the last thing you'll get is your life back. The organization will destroy you. And we get our favorite line, shut up. And Roxas attacks him, and they battle, and Roxas wins, and he stands over Riku. Riku's like, why? Why do you have the Keyblade? And he does another, shut up, that's actually the shut up we like.
That's the true shut up.
He does it twice, which I think is really funny. And they fight some more, and Riku goads him, come on, Sora, I thought you were stronger than that.
Yeah,
and
that's,
like,
I love that line.
Get real. Which one? Look at which one of us is winning. And Roxas is like, what?
And he goes, wait, what? And
he goes, so it's true. You really are his nobody. Guess Diz was right after all.
It's like, what do you mean, Riku? His name is literally Sora with the X in it rearranged.
Right.
Like every other
Riku
nobody.
Not know this?
Riku, come on, bruh.
So Roxas gets mad and starts beating Riku's ass. And Riku says, you've left me with no other choice. I have to release the power in my heart, the dark power that I've been holding back forever, even if it changes me forever. And this is where he turns into Ansem.
Yeah, this shit's badass. I don't care what anybody says, bro.
Right. And
it's
he basically
cool. It's cool as fuck.
bodies the shit out of Roxas instantly, right?
Yeah.
And with the Guardian just
with
snatches Roxas. And he's like, come Guardian, everybody's favorite line. So yeah, that's basically the end of 358 for Riku. He becomes Ansem in that part of his life, and he brings Roxas to Diz, who puts him in the simulated Twilight Town.
Bruh, you got him in the simulated, like, bro, get nominated to do this shit faster, bro. Like, just take his ass out.
What's she doing?
Also, wouldn't just, like, killing him revert him back to Sora? Like, why?
Well, I think if they
like
kill
put him in a cage instead of just killing him.
I think if they kill him, wouldn't he not get all of his memories back? Like, the ones that didn't transfer back to him would be lost forever.
Like, you're talking about, like, in the castle memories, or?
Well, he lost all his memories. Remember, he lost all his memories of Kyrie.
Oh yeah, there's like in the intro, it's like data restoration, 80%.
So I think that's part of it. Is if they kill him, Sora will just kind of be a dumbass, at least more than he is.
They should have just had an IV in his arm, like knocking him out, bro.
Yeah, honestly. So
Riku
Riku
doesn't know how to get some of that shit.
Riku as Ansem does in Kingdom Hearts 2 does a lot of like really funny things, especially in Simulated Twilight Town, and it's meant to like be mysterious, right? Because you don't know it's Riku at the time because Kingdom Hearts 2 came out after or before 358, and so you don't know what that story is. But my favorite one is when he tells Diz that he is Ansem's Secret of Darkness, and Diz just is like, you know, like just fucking
he just loses
Drax
it.
laughs at him, you know. But he steals Roxas's money, so he can't go to the beach. He
steals the blue orb.
Steals the blue orb. He tries to stop Roxas when he enters the mansion with some nobodies.
He steals some ice cream from him, I think, too.
Yeah, he just basically is an asshole. He
He's
just
just
bullies
like kind
this
of
kid.
a petty thief.
Right. He just bullies this kid. But we don't see him again after that until the Land of Dargans.
Yeah.
The second visit to Land of Dargans, right?
I think so, yeah.
I don't think you see him other than that, right? Oh, I guess in Final Mix, isn't he with Axel and Naminé? Or am I misremembering that? So Riku's holding Naminé and Axel hostage? How does Axel get out?
Axel says, that old guy told you to get rid of us, didn't he?
But
And Riku's just kind of standing there, and Naminé looks at him. Really? She's like, what the? And then Riku tells them to go. And then
So he lets them escape.
Axel says, you don't think you should accomplish your task right here? And then, so like, Riku is tasked with killing them both, I guess.
And he
then,
says no. He goes, no,
and then
I ain't doing that.
He says, I owe you both. Like, you can go.
Wow. I knew there was a cutscene he was there. I was
And
like,
then
what the
Naminé
fuck?
says, what? Like, really? You owe me? And then he's like, yeah, at Castle Oblivion.
So he remembers.
And then Axel says, okay, thanks then. And then Axel makes a darkness portal. And
So I guess
Naminé
my
ends up
question
following
is,
him in.
My question is this, Jason. So there's a point where they tried to imply that he doesn't even remember he's Riku, right?
Yeah.
But it's literally right before this cutscene they added to Final Mix. So when does Diz just tell him he's Riku? When he laughs? Like, it's just off screen and we don't see it?
I don't know if it's like that he doesn't remember. I think it's that he's like kind of trying to forget. Like he's feigning ignorance. This is
So
the
he's
vibe
like,
that
"Bye,
I always
man,
got.
some bitch."
Yeah, like, and also in the same vein of like what we talked about last time, like he doesn't want to show himself to Sora in the state that he is.
Yeah. His eyes can't lie.
Right. He's like ashamed of being a creature of the darkness, basically.
Right. Okay. All right. So, anyway, Land of Dragons. He tries to alert Sora, Donald, and Goofy, and Mulan about the Storm Rider, apparently. And they go to the summit. And then the worst fight in Kingdom Hearts 2 happens, where Sora fights Riku. But if you lose, you die.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Which diegetically makes no sense.
Yeah.
Because it's Riku. Right?
He wouldn't just kill Sora.
And I guess it's a giveaway if he doesn't kill you, but I don't know. They could just, like, not have him kill him. It's not that hard. Like, I don't know.
Well, and, like, the fight isn't even, like, that interesting either. Like,
No.
It's, like, kind of, it's kind of cool in the idea, like, oh, there's this person in this black cloak that I'm fighting, but you don't actually, like... You don't even actually beat him. Like, he has, like, a whole health bar left before the cutscene starts.
Yeah. Also,
That, like, ends
another
the
thing
fight.
that happens that, I mean, it really just depends on, like... I guess this would happen before this, but he shows up at Hollow Bastion during the Battle of the Heartless and leaves, like, the fucking... ice cream and the money pouch and all the shit he stole from Roxas.
Oh yeah, he gives it to Sora. Yeah.
He gives it to Sora, and he's like, "Riku, was that you?" Right? So I forgot about that too. Sorry, like I said, I wasn't super prepared for this, you guys. But anyway, in the Land of Dragons, he defeats Li Shang and tells him about the Storm Rider, and then leaves. Very cryptic. And I don't think he shows up anywhere else until the world that never was. And
Yeah, because he doesn't show up in any of the worlds. Like he doesn't show up in like Beast Castle or Olympus. You think you see him, but it ends up being Demyx. Like, because Sora's like, "Oh, Riku, is that you?"
Yeah.
And then it ends up
Demyx.
being Demyx time.
So in the world that never was, Kairi and Naminé are running from Sayax, and Riku shows up. He defeats the Berserker nobodies that are with Sayax, and Sayax is like, "You didn't Roxas take care of you?" And Naminé's like, "You can take it from here, Riku." And Kairi's like, "Riku,
Hey, yo!
Riku, that's you?" And so he kind of bodies Sayax, who then jumps through a portal and leaves. And then Riku goes to go after him, but Pluto runs up to him and stops. And she goes, "Riku, you're really here," and goes to take off the hood, and it's motherfucking Ansem. And she's like, "What?"
What? Which is
And then
like
it
should be
cuts.
like actually like next level PTSD for her because of what we know. Like
Yeah, true.
she got like tested on by Ansem,
True.
by Terranort. Should be some next level PTSD.
It should be, but it wasn't because they didn't write that part yet.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear none of you. I don't want to hear none of you be like,
She was.
Namira wrote it the whole time. He knew.
The truthers.
So, at one point, he's helping Kairi get through the castle, and he hands her a Keyblade. He just fucking has a Keyblade for her. Where did Riku get this fucking
It's
Keyblade?
dope. It's dope Keyblade.
But where did he get this shit? Don't nobody know.
I don't know. He kind of just pulls it out of his ass all the time. Like, you know, he has like first he has this like little sword, then he has like his actual like Keyblade, and then he has Kairi's Keyblade, and then he has the car Keyblade. I don't know, bro. He's just built different, I guess. I don't, he can just make Keyblades, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, he just can. So then later on, Sora reunites with Kairi, and they hug, and then he walks up. Riku tries to leave, but Sora's like, "Wait, Ansem. I mean, Xehanort's heartless. I never thought for a second I'd ever see you again. Just thinking about all the things you did makes me really mad. But you saved Kairi, right? I have to be grateful for that. Thanks." And Ansem, Riku is just about to fucking leave, but then Kairi's like, "Riku, don't go!" And they're like, "What? Did you say Riku?" And he's all like, I'm no one, just a castaway from the darkness. I'm definitely not Riku. But then Kairi has Sora close his eyes.
the goat.
Yeah, it's me. She has Sora close his eyes, and he sees Riku when he looks.
I just thought that was a cool scene.
Yeah, definitely. And they talk about how Riku's been leaving them clues in the worlds to help them. He's still
In my
battling the
headcanon,
darkness.
It's always been like in my headcanon, Riku's always been like keeping tabs on Sora and like making sure that like the organization doesn't mess with him too much, you know? Keep him off their trail type of thing.
Yeah, for sure. He was definitely bouncing around the worlds, even though we didn't see him a lot, for sure.
Yeah.
They see Diz's device a couple floors up, and they're like, "We gotta, it's the King and Diz. I mean, Ansem the Wise. They must be higher up. We better hurry." And then Sora fights Luxord. Sora fights Sayax. Riku does not help at all.
Yeah, I remember really wanting him to be in our party. Like my first time playing through, like I didn't know that he ends up joining your party, right? I'm like, yo, this would have been so sick to have like Ansem Riku in my party. Like, this is so cool. Like, why didn't they do this? Like, because like they're just in those rooms. Like Goofy and Donald and Kairi and Sora, or not Sora, and Riku are just standing around, and you can like talk to them and stuff, right? I was just always like, "Damn you! Why aren't you in my part? You could have helped me with Sayax, you son of a bitch!"
Right. He doesn't. But after defeating Sayax, Sora's like, I don't get it. Why's everybody been calling me Roxas? And Riku goes, because Sora, Roxas is your nobody. My nobody? But that's crazy. I never turned into a heart. Oh, right. And Riku says, Xemnas was the one who found Roxas. He could use the Keyblade because he was your nobody. That's why Xemnas brought him into the organization. But Roxas betrayed them. After that, I fought him because I thought it would help wake you up. I lost. But the next time we met, I made sure I was the stronger one. Maybe I didn't need to fight him after all. I think he left the organization because he really wanted to meet you. So it's interesting. That quote is interesting because he says the next time we met, but later they retcon it to be the exact same like battle.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
He fights Roxas and loses, and then immediately goes to darkness. Unless there's another time they fight that I'm not thinking of.
Yeah, maybe there's like a throwaway boss fight where like it ends partway through or something, kind of like how it goes in Cage 2.
Maybe.
So like, I always thought it was weird that like, doesn't Riku like, so like he's like Ansem's voice or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But then like and then it goes back to being like David Gallagher, but he's still like Ansem, right?
Right.
I always thought that was weird.
Yeah.
Like,
well, because the jig is up, right? That it's not actually.
But it's still his body. Like it's still his
like
vocal cords.
It's one of those things where Sora's like, "Oh, I know it's him now," so I get why they did it.
Yeah.
You know? But no, I get what you're saying too. So then we get to Ansem the Wise downloading the moon, and he gives his little monologue that we don't need to go through here. But then it's about to explode, and this part's really funny to me. Mickey's trying to stop him, and he goes, my heart is telling me what I must do. Please allow me to do what it says. And Mickey's like, no! And then Riku grabs Mickey, and he goes, Riku! And he goes, his heart's decided. We can't change that. Like, let this man commit suicide.
Let him blow himself up.
Let this man do it.
Like,
Riku, it's illegal in all 50 states.
Like, this is assisted suicide.
Right, like
it's not like, oh, he contained the blast, because Riku did that shit too.
Right. And then the crazy thing is, this is when Xemnas shows up, and they talk for a long-ass motherfucking time before it explodes.
Yeah, that machine is shaking vigorously for a really long time.
So then it explodes after Xemnas, whatever.
They let
and
Christopher Lee cook.
Riku is back to being Riku, except he's cooler and older now.
And hot. What?
And hot, yeah. Riku's a sexy guy. They're like, wow, it's Riku. And he's wearing the blindfold in this form. And Sora's like, Riku, you gotta take that off. And Riku's like, oh. And he takes it off. And the Sora's like, what was that? And then Mickey goes, his eyes couldn't lie. And Sora's like, huh? What does that mean? Who are you trying to fool? And Riku's like, myself. And then they never talk about it again. Like,
just some edgy shit, dude. Some bad boy shit. You want to understand, Sora. You're not a bad boy.
So Riku throws his cloak off, and he's wearing his badass like half shirt vest.
Yep.
And he's wearing a cast on his right arm because his arm is broken, guys. That's why he fights. That's why he fights the way he does. It's because it's how it works. Okay,
that's real.
His arm is broken. His hand is broken because of his fight with Roxas. Then we get up to the top of the tower where Xemnas is in front of Kingdom Hearts, at partially exploded Kingdom Hearts, and they Xemnas. This is one of my favorite like script parts of Kingdom Hearts 2 is.
Denizens of light, answer this. Why do you hate the darkness?
Oh, we don't hate it. It's just kind of scary. So fucking stupid. But Mickey does prove here that he's learned a bit from Riku. But the world's made of light and darkness, and you can't have one without the other, because darkness is half of everything. Sort of makes you wonder why we are scared of the dark. And then Riku with the sick burn. It's because of who's lurking inside it.
Yo.
Riku fucking gets him.
Yep.
And then Xemnas he has a follow-up question.
Then allow me another question. You accept darkness, yet choose to live in the light. So why is it that you loathe us, who teeter on the edge of nothing? We who were turned away by both light and dark, never given a choice.
And Riku again, that's simple, because you mess up our worlds. Like
Based Riku.
Xemnas is being all
Farming
poetic
W's.
and shit. He's just trying to be super poetic, and Riku's just like, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. You know what I mean? Like,
No, he's not
Chili
Sonic. How
dogs.
dare you? How dare you? How dare you
chili
say
dogs.
that? It's like, nah, dude. You're trying to be all deep and shit. You're the bad guy, bro. Like, what do
It's
you
true.
mean?
It's true. But it's kind of Sonic the Hedgehog, all right? It
Nah,
kinda
bruh.
is.
Nah.
That's simple, because you
Mike's
mess
just
up our
being
worlds.
a Xemnas sympathizer.
Because you mess up our worlds, Dr. Robotnik.
Nah, bruh. Ain't no
Dr.
way.
Eggman.
Ain't no way Riku is like Sonic, bruh.
So then Xemnas takes Sora, and they fight at the big building. And
Yeah, and like the weird like portal dream type of thing.
And then there's a staircase to Kingdom Hearts after. And Riku gives this speech. Once we go through, there's no turning back. It's victory or oblivion. So, Sora, are you ready? Do you remember before? We stood facing each other on the opposite sides of that door. Now we stand side by side. Let's go home together this time. And that's when it's like the end of the game, right? And they go through and they fight the various forms of Xemnas.
Yep.
And then as they do that, as they're going to leave, they get Sora and Riku get separated from everybody.
And then it's like one of the like coolest things, like most nostalgic, like the Dragon Castle fight. But it's like so annoying to do in like the speed run, and it's just like, oh my god, I gotta do this part too.
They get on this
Oh
sick
my
like
God.
hoverboard thing, and
it's so
Sora and
cool.
Riku. They defeat that, and then they end up in the fucking squiggly black and white room, right?
Yeah, like in the in between, the land
The
in
in-between.
betwixt.
And Xemnas says,
Heroes from the realm of light. I will not allow it to end this way. Not yet. If light and darkness are eternal, then surely we nothings must be the same. Eternal.
and Riku puts on his fucking red Sonic shoes and
No,
goes,
no.
You're right, light and darkness are eternal. Nothing probably goes on forever too. But guess what, Xemnas? And the Sora goes, that doesn't mean you're eternal. They finish each other's sandwiches. And so, you know, a lot of
Anger and hate are supreme. Can you spare
Yeah.
a heart?
you know, a lot of stuff like that.
Are you sure you can trust Riku?
Yeah, oh yeah, that was in the last part. That's one of my favorite ones.
Darkness is a turtle.
Yeah. Is that all you got? You're gonna lose it all. A lot of that stuff.
Yep. You're gonna lose it all. It's like top 10 battle quote,
And then
unironically.
it ends with,
Cursed Keyblade.
and then Riku and Sora are surrounded by nobodies, dusks, if you will.
Riku kind of gets bodied by Xemnas too. He's injured.
He does get beat up. He gets
his back
some
broke.
wounds, and he already had a broken arm, so you know it's pretty tough. Tough for him. And Sora's like, we did it, and he's like, I wouldn't be so sure of that. And he's like, Sora, I can't keep going. And he goes, don't say another word. It's not over. It's just not. And he goes, how did you say that? Even if we could go on, look where we are. I fucked up. So they defeat those nobodies, and then they end up in the
realm of darkness.
realm between the dark margin.
The Dark Mart. Yeah.
The dark margin, and there's this big, you know, obviously goated cutscene, and if people say it's cringe, they're fucking wrong. But they basically talk about, you know, how they've always been jealous of each other, but they're good friends. And if the world is made of light and darkness, we'll be the darkness. There's a really good point where Sora kind of walks away from him, and then he turns around and Riku's just fucking laying in the sand.
He just collapsed.
Just collapsed. But yeah, they have a lot of tender moments together, and then as you think it's gonna be the end for them, Riku says, there is one advantage to being me, something you could never imitate. Really? What's that? Having you for a friend. And it's like, aw. But then the bottle comes, and it's the note Kairi wrote at the beginning of the fucking game for some reason.
And she like didn't really remember Sora's name. Like she's like starting to remember him.
Right. One sky, one destiny. And the we'll go together, of course. We'll go together through the light. And then they fly through the air into the water, and they're greeted by Goofy, Donald, Mickey, and Kairi. And Riku's thumb gets really long for some reason.
Don't you dare bring up the thumb.
When he grabs Mickey out of the air, and his thumb is just so long for some reason. That's part of his character. And, you know, they're home, and then the credits play, obviously. And then the last thing we see from KH2 with Riku is the three, the Destiny trio standing together. Or actually, it's just Sora and Riku at first. And they have this conversation looking over the water. Nothing's changed, huh? Nope, nothing will. What a small world. But part of one that's much bigger. Yeah. Hey, Riku, what do you think it was? The door to the light. Riku points at Sora's heart. This? Yeah, it's always closer than you think. And then Kairi runs out. And she's like, I got a fucking message in a bottle, you guys. We should read it. And they're like, what? It's from the king? Huh? And then it's...
And then it's the most let down of all time.
Do you know what that letter fucking is?
Rebooted.
You know what letter that fucking is?
Said I was playing a game and a virus came up on my computer and it scared me. So I got up and my pants fell down, I swear.
Okay, so you ready for what it actually says? I'm gonna read it.
Yeah, sure.
I wanted to tell you right away about memories from the past that sleep within you, and about the pieces that will tie to your future. Sora, Riku, Kairi, the truth behind the Keyblade has found its way through so many people, and now I know that it rests in your hearts. Sora, you are who you are because of those people, but they're hurting, and you're the only one who can end their sadness. They need you. It's possible that all your journeys so far have been preparing you for this great new task that's awaiting for you. I should have known there were no coincidences, only links in a much larger chain of events. And now the door to your next journey is ready to be opened. Mickey.
Bro, you
It's
read
just
that
a worse
letter.
blank points.
Here's the thing. I remember beating Kingdom Hearts 2 as a kid, you know, a teenager, I guess, and being like, yo, I gotta know what that letter is.
Yeah.
I gotta know what that letter is.
It's the most tantalizing letter of all
I was
time.
tantalized by it. I was like, I need to know what's in that letter. If
And then it's
this
just
would have been,
recoded.
if they would have just said, hey, we're gonna read the letter right now at the end of this, you know, and it would have been this, I would have been like, what the fuck? And I never would have played a Kingdom Hearts game ever again, and we wouldn't have this podcast. So, good call, Nomura, not revealing the letter.
Yeah, until way after the fact.
But anyway, that was my disjointed recounting of Riku through 358 in Kingdom Hearts 2. And if you're
In
like,
my
wow.
headcanon, he's doing a bunch of dastardly deeds while he's Ansem, dude.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. But if you're sitting here like, wow, that wasn't nearly as good as last time, just rejoice, because next time Jason is going to do DDD and Cage 3. He's going to do them both.
I'll do both.
And then I will do...
I'll drop my nothing that I'm doing. I'll drop the nothing, and I'll do it, okay?
And then I will do...
Cage 4.
Melody of Memory by myself. Don't worry, guys. I got Melody of Memory on lock, okay?
Guys, I gotta keep it a buck. I just watched these cutscenes.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. I got it. But anyway, that's Riku in those games. We're gonna take a short break. When we come back, we're gonna do the question of the week, which is definitely a question we asked you guys that I don't remember what it is right now, but we'll find out after the break.
It's a question of the fortnight.
That's true. We'll be right back.
This is Richard Epcar. Welcome to the Ansem Report podcast. Come to the darkness.
Welcome back to the Ansem Report podcast. Jason.
Huh?
It's time for the
Question of the week.
Oh yeah.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum.
Jesus got nothing to do, and Mike's just always busy. Now what we're going to do is talk about Tamagotchi, Tamagotchi, Tamagotchi.
The fortnight.
Jason doesn't know if I played the question of the week stinger or the Tamagotchi stinger, and he'll never know because he doesn't listen to the podcast.
No, I don't. When
Doesn't
people
know.
were talking about like, oh, I loved the thing at the end of the last episode. It was so funny, and I'm just like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And then I had to go back and then realized you had put the "if it was made in 2007" meme at the end. I was like, I don't even know what people were talking about.
It's just the, it's the way to dawn. Chicka chicka. I was like, hell yeah, dude. It works out perfect because it's definitely one of those endings where it's like someone asking the protagonist a question and they're gonna answer it in a cool way. And the, like just the ding 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 ding.
Will you
ding,
choose
ding,
A or B? I'll choose C.
All right, anyway, this week's question of the week is from Pokemon Trainer J, who says, you can add a scene to any previous Kingdom Hearts game. You can explain the lore more, just show a few more characters hanging out, or drop some revelation. What do you add and into which game?
Okay.
Chris McKay says, I want Sora to say, I love you to Riku after finding him in the world that never was, because it would make the fan base go crazy. True.
He meant it platonically. No, he meant it romantically. No, he meant it platonically. No, it's a romantic. Like,
And then Nomura releases an interview where he's like,
I don't know what you're talking about.
When I wrote the scene in question, it was meant to be platonic. However, I like the fans to imagine whatever they want to imagine. You know, it's just like, just completely.
However, winks.
Yeah.
So like
laughs.
both sides, but yeah, laughs.
Zach Padilla says it's like the shawarma scene in the first Avengers, but it's in KH3 after everyone beats Xehanort and they're all eating sea salt ice cream. That kind of happens.
Kinda, yeah. Not
Like,
exactly.
Just the Twilight Town peeps.
Yeah. And Syx is looking absolutely yoked.
That's right. He's yoked in his new outfit, dude. Like, he's just absolutely
he got that
killing it.
Leon, that buff.
Bro, I want, you know, have you seen those videos on Instagram of people going to people in the gym and asking them if they're natty?
Oh yeah.
I want that, but for Leon and Syx, dude.
Yeah, they need to beat the allegations, bro.
Right. They need to prove if they're natty or not, dude.
Yeah.
Yansong says Pete and Maleficent knocking boots.
Oh. Is this type of question of the week, huh?
Yeah, we're starting off early.
It's like, oh, okay, there's gonna be some deep ass answers.
Yeah. Sorry, I just vomited a little bit in my mouth and I didn't swallow it.
Yeah. Understandable.
Arziki says, what Pete did between KH1 and KH2, like a 20-minute movie/scene just for that, it's missing Link, smilers.
What?
What did Pete wasn't even in KH1. What was he doing? Good question.
No, he was locked up, dude. It's already been. He was Captain Justice, and then he got locked up for cheating, and then Maleficent got him out.
That's true, I guess.
He was just in jail. He was in horny jail.
What was he doing in there, though? You know?
Like, he was in horny jail with Yansong, okay?
He got locked up, won't let him out. Won't let him out. Lee, LOL, Alx even says, I just want one where it explains where Kyrie's Keyblade comes from. Where the fuck did it come from? How is she able to just keep it? What is going on? I did question that earlier. It's true.
She's a princess of heart. She can do whatever she wants.
Where's Jasmine's Keyblade then?
No, I'm just saying it's a prerequisite to doing whatever you want. If Jasmine wanted one, she could probably have one.
I suppose that's true.
There's probably like art that was shredded or something in the Square Enix headquarters where they were drawing concept art for all of the princesses having Keyblades. Okay?
That's true. That's true. You're probably right. Honeyham says, I want to see how Ansem got a copy of Space Paranoids. How do you copy a world like the grid? Or did he get to the real world, a la the world that Tron takes place in, and ask Flynn for a copy, and then Flynn just trusts him to not sell the Space Paranoids video game? That's true. How did he get that copy?
It's like you could probably do like a five brain type of like. Okay, so the way that Game Central Station is connected is it's like a data world connected to another data world, so that gets you to the other side of unreality. It's probably like that.
Okay, fair enough. Key says, question of the fortnight. I think that they should add a scene in the Frozen world in Cage 3 where Sora shows / tells Elsa that he can also perform magic. That was a missed opportunity. He does kind of simp over her that she can control ice.
Yeah.
It's like, you can too, my guy.
If she would have like threw like ice at him and then he fireballed it or something, that would be cool.
Yeah. And then fucking cast fucking gravity on her and flatten her.
Flat stand leader ass.
Zombie says, I want to see how all Organization 13 got turned into nobodies and how they all came together. Like, were they just walking around when they met up, or what?
Some of them are shown where like
That's true.
Braig fucking stabs, or no, it's it's like Terranort stabs everybody. Yeah.
Sean _AFK says, I would add a post-credit scene to Melody Memory where Riku arrives in Quadratum and runs into Yozora. They're about to fight when all of a sudden a laser tears a hole through Yozora's chest, leaving him dead on the floor. Riku's shocked as a voice comes from the darkness. You so wanting your friend back? Well, we so gonna have to go on an adventure. Jar Jar Binks walks out of the darkness holding a blaster. Reconnect Kingdom Hearts.
Wait, whose fucking answer was this?
Sean.
What the I thought Sean didn't want Star Wars in Kingdom Hearts, dude.
He does.
Maybe
he
he's just
Jar Jar.
accepted it at this point.
He wants Jar Jar.
Darth Jar Jar.
Darth Jar Jar, exactly. V says, I want more context / scenes of Naminé and Riku during that year in Chain of Memory / days. We're supposed to believe they're semi-close, and supposedly the novels go deeper into it, but it feels like a pair the spares dynamic. They feel like coworkers who get along civilly at best, not even in a shippy way, but if I'm supposed to believe that they're even friends, I need some established scene to convey that after Riku tells her that she smells like Kairi.
Yeah, he definitely needs redemption after that.
But V, they showed the rose petals around them in the end of Cage 3 when he goes and picks her up in the gummy shop.
That's true. That's true. Riz, Riz, by the way.
Rizzed her up. He said, "Hey guys, when she comes out, can you just make sure all these petals are falling?"
Yeah.
Like,
W Riz, by the way.
Lexius is up there like fanning fucking petals down. Stinky Panda says, I think I'd want to change the end of 0.2 / the beginning of Cage 3. It feels really dumb that Riku and Kairi are hanging out at Yensid's, and when Sora shows up, they've already left. Like a missed opportunity to just let these kids have a happy moment together before their next adventure begins. Plus, and give us some nice Sora-Kai interaction, since we didn't get that in Cage 3 when Cage 1 has Destiny Islands and Cage 2 has the world that never was. The Sora-Kai threw me off. I was like, I don't know what this word is. I don't know what it is. Inertia says, question of the fortnight. Oh, yeah. I want, similar to Alk / Lee, a scene of Riku learning a little more about Keyblades and finding the one that turns into Destiny's embrace for Kairi. Like, he finds his, and the one that he puts the Papu fruit token on, and it turns into what he gives Kairi? Something like that. It gives it a heckin' sniff. He gives it a heckin' sniff or something and goes, this one doesn't stink in the darkness. Something, something, need it for the fight,
no.
something, something. Oh, Kairi can use it probably. I'm unstoppable! Thank you, Inertia. Anybody who writes "I'm unstoppable" in their question of the week answer gets 5 stars from me. So I can
that's
say
true. That's true.
Or any Riku quote. You're gonna lose it all. Write it in your quote. Do it. In your question of the week. Do it. But 2K Honda says this is a great question. For Union Cross, I would add the scene after Luju talks to Brain in the control room / Daybreak Town basement after the Arc / lifeboats have been sent. I want to know what happened after Luju says, "It's a shame this lifetime is the only one you've got."
Damn.
So Butuke Ando wants to be spoiled.
Wants to see Brain die.
Yeah.
Or be possessed, or both.
Phil Games says, I would make Axel not summon his Keyblade in DDD, only say he's having trouble doing it. Then add a scene in Cage 3 of him and Kairi training together, fighting against some fake Heartless that Merlin conjured up or something. Then at one point he sees Kairi struggling against one of them, has a vision of her as Shion again, then heroically jumps in front of her and summons his Keyblade for the first time to save her. I just don't like how he just pulls it out of his butt at the end of DDD. That'd be cool.
I'd like that too. I like how it is in DDD where you're just like, this snarky motherfucker, of course he has a fucking Keyblade or whatever, right? Like, I kind of like it, but I think that would be good too.
So Sean's posted to answer Alex's, part of the Kingdom Hearts Q&A from April of last year when they revealed the trailer. Someone asked Nomura about Kairi's Keyblade. In KH2, Riku handed a Keyblade to Kairi, but where did he get that Keyblade? Do you plan to write some backstory about that? Nomura says, if I say yes, then if I don't follow up, it'll probably be brushed aside. So yes, we do intend to follow up with this. Thank you, Mr. Nomura. Thank you, Sean. Sean's answer, a big glaring one, the Chamber of Repose, spoilers for KH3. Aqua has her armor at the beginning of Remind. How did she get it back if it was in the chamber? Is the armor like a Keyblade you summon back to you? Was her armor also sentient? What did Zemnis say to it? I would show that and even add a Subject X cutscene somewhere in there. We don't really know what the deal with that was.
Like, she, has her armor carry, Terra Nor out of the Realm of Darkness as she's, falling. Because apparently she couldn't fly inside the armor. The armor could only carry one person, I guess.
Right.
And I think it's once she's in the realm of back in the realm of light, I would assume she'd be able to just summon it back.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows if Nomura's gonna answer that one?
I would think maybe it could be sentient once she's a Darkling. Or something, yeah.
Because
I don't know. It's weird that she's a Darkling, but she wasn't possessed by a specific darkness. Does she have her heart? I assume so, because it's not we don't see
But Jason,
anything done except for being beaten. Yeah, that shows the biggest red herring.
Ansem shoots her with a dark ball or something. That's why she falls to darkness, because he hits her with some kind of
into the water,
the
dark water.
But he hits her with a specific thing that's very purple and dark.
Okay.
Cheery Theoden says, in KH2, have the scene of Selphie and Kairi walking home from school to start at the school itself, and then have them walk and talk through the town and to the dock that they would normally use to go to the Hangout Island. I just really want to get a look at the layout and citizens of Destiny Islands. Just a little flavor there.
Yeah.
Angel says, I'd add the BBS novel Vanitas scenes into the game. The back and forth between him and Ventus and the 4-year time gap that show both Ventus' heart healing and how Vanitas can feel every single thing Ventus does, and knows that Ventus is healing while Vanitas is left empty and drowning in negativity and being full-on abused by Xehanort? The fucking scene in Space Paranoids where you see Stitch's little do-it-yourself wayfinder? Bro, I would have already died, and they're just in the book.
I need to read those books. I don't even know.
Yeah. Lands of Masters says, I want to see what happened after Luju and Ava clashed blades. Okay.
Like who won? Who winning?
Yeah.
What? That's the mini question of the week. Who won, guys?
Who won? Jip says, I want a cutscene that takes place during the part of KH1 where Donald and Goofy abandon Sora and follow Riku. I don't know about all this, Donald. Leaving Sora doesn't quite feel right. Dude, I'm not gonna do a Donald. That one thing you can do to not get 5 stars in your question week answer is make me try to do a Donald voice. Come on, Donald. You remember what the king said. Follow the key, not follow Sora. Well, gosh, I guess you're right, but I don't know. Something about this feels fishy. Just then, Riku appears from a dark portal with the Keyblade. The Keyblade has enlightened me and given me new knowledge. I have learned many things, and now I know that you can freeze bubbles here. Donald and Goofy look at each other and instantly realize they made a huge mistake.
What the fuck?
Wow. The Keyblade showed him regular Pat's YouTube channel. That's crazy.
What an L.
What a big L for Riku. Wildcat Diana says, I want a series of flashbacks that show us how Sora, Riku, and Kairi met, and more of the Society of Destiny Islands. Kairi was adopted by the mayor, but what was the mayor like? Are Sora and Riku's mothers neighbors? Are Sora and Riku from fisherman families? Show us, Square! An honorable mention, Nomura, please end our pain and videos. You should have revealed Scold's fate at the end of Union Cross. Now we're 3 years in the is it Scold or Ava debate. True. True.
Bro, I'm gonna say something controversial.
Uh-oh.
I don't give a fuck about Scold, bro.
Oh, no.
I don't give a fuck about Ephemer.
Oh, no.
But where Brain at?
Okay. That's kind of based.
I know that motherfucker is somewhere, bro. That guy's too
somewhere.
scheming to not be somewhere.
He's a schemer. Ephemer? Brain? They're schemers. I'm like a dog chasing cars. That's Luju, by the way. Pokemon Trainer Jay says, oh dang, I need to answer this. I would add in a scene where Luxord is creating the cards for Castle Oblivion. Another organization member interrupts him and points to a singular card elsewhere. And they go, what about that one? And he goes, that's the wild card. Camera pans over to it and all we see is a 4 marking on the front cover of it.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And Cheery Theater adds to Pokemon Trainer Jay's answer. It's got big, what are we? Some kind of Suicide Squad vibes, and yet it would fit in perfectly with his character, and I love it so much.
Yeah.
What are we? Some kind of Suicide Squad? The Guardian's right behind me, isn't he? Yes, Ansem, he's always right behind you.
Yeah, he always is.
Dude, I need to get a cameo. Pay Richard Epcar to say, the Guardian's right behind me, isn't he? I need that so bad. Oh my god. That's fucking awesome. Anyway, Jason, what was your answer for this question week? Do you have an answer?
My answer is I want at least like a 5-minute cutscene of what happens when the BBS trio goes into the Dark Realm. Like, I need to know the beginning, you know?
That's true. That is an unanswered question, and I don't
Whether
know
it's
that
just
we're
kind of
getting it.
nothing, like, I just want to know. Like, I'm fine with it being nothing, but, like,
They just get bodied.
I just want to know.
Okay. Fair enough. I would like, similar to on Dragon Ball Z, when Goku and Gohan are in the hyperbolic time chamber, I just want some Axel Kyrie training in that hyperbolic time chamber that Merlin created. I don't need to see them like taking a bath or eating or whatever like they do in DBZ.
Yeah.
But just them training would be cool. Like, Toriyama's off his fucking rocker, dude. He was like, yeah, let's show scenes of Goku bathing with his son. Like, what in the hell, dude?
That's like very Japanese, though.
I know, but it's like we didn't. I
It's
guess I don't
Japanese.
know that's in the manga. I don't know that.
Yeah.
It's on the show for sure, though. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it for the question of the week this week, or the question of the fortnight, if you will. Do you get any ideas for the question of the week next time, Jason?
Okay, who wins, Luju or Ava?
Oh, that's the bonus.
Yeah. I don't know. My first thing I thought of is like, okay, so like we see like Luju and Ava like clash or whatever, and I thought about this like when Lan said his answer, but like, okay, like if Ava wins, right? Like, how do we not know that like Ava body transitioned instead? Like once she knew his role, like she takes over his role. Like everyone is looking for Ava, but she's just Zigbar. Like she is Luju, type shit.
Interesting.
That would be a huge switch up. Like I don't think it would like line up perfectly.
No.
It would make sense. Like I think it could still work. Like I've heard that name in a long time. And it's
She's like,
because
"That's not
she
my name."
killed Luju. Yeah.
Right.
That would be some next level shit.
That's a pretty nutty theory. I don't know that that's a
So
question
it made
of
me
the
think
week,
well, because the other thing that made me think of it is like our fine, I'll do it myself. Like who's the scroll? like if you had to choose one person in the Kingdom Hearts cast who is a Luju like, or like a scroll, or like who's the
imposter?
most sus? Yeah, who's the imposter, if you will.
So you want, this is like a creative writing exercise. So you want people to tell you who the traitor is?
Yeah, like if there's a traitor in the Guardians of Light, who is it?
Okay. If there's a traitor,
Who's the
in
scroll?
the Guardians of Light, who is it?
And it could even be on like a
Who's
Ventus type of thing.
the scroll. People are not gonna understand this question, but that's okay.
Like
Bonus
it could even be on like a
question.
Ventus type of thing, like they were possessed by darkness or some shit to do it. I think that's fair.
Yeah. I still think people aren't gonna get it, but we're gonna do it anyway. Ava, or it was Ava or Luju, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready to. One of my favorite things to do is to type out the question of the week.
Everybody, and then just see many people are typing.
Right. Okay, so that's a new question of the week / Fortnite. Next week we're gonna finish our little. Jason just posted the Monk and W instantly. Next week we're gonna finish our little romp into Riku's world with DDD and Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yes, sir.
So please look forward to that. Also, we will discuss. We talked about you guys should tune into KH Guide's YouTube channel for the.
We talking about Reconnect news.
Reconnect Direct. We're going to be talking about the Reconnect Direct because there's some. We full disclosure, we know what's in this Direct, and so we want to talk about it a little bit to get you guys a little hyper for Reconnect. And yeah, that's going to be it for next week, episode 46, I believe. Jason, you have anything else you want to add before we pack it in for the day?
I don't know. I'm kind of on some hits the blunt type of thing with this whole Luju, like is Ava type thing or whatever. Like she just is like, yo, I'm taking this fucking role. I'm like,
are you gonna come up with like a Landy Lodge style theory episode?
Yeah, dude, who is it? Yeah, it's got my wheels turning.
That's quick. Damn, this is a good ass question. That's quick's high off his ass right now.
He's the highest.
He
in the
just
room.
hit the blunt, and he's like, "Damn!"
Like I hit the blunt
That's
for it, but
crazy.
he literally hit the blunt. For
He said, "Damn, that's crazy. Who is the traitor?"
Oh shit, Reddit is
Anyway,
sus
guys.
right now.
Thank you so much for listening and watching. If you want to reach out to us, you can always hit us up at answerreportpodcast@gmail.com. You can join the Discord with links in the description, and we talk about all kinds of stuff, and that's where you answer the question of the week. Or you can tweet at us at SpikeGhetti Bros on Twitter. And then finally, you can check us out on twitch.tv/Super SpikeGhetti Bros, where we stream. We're going to be streaming Final Fantasy 16. We stream Kingdom Hearts. We stream
Semi-regularly.
all kinds of stuff. We're hopefully going to stream more soon. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. And Jason. Oh God, Super Spaghetti Dad is typing. That's not good. Jason, hit him with it.
May your heart be your guiding key.
Thank you.
Now fuck off.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the Ansem Report podcast number 46. I don't remember what episode it was. Before we go, we want to thank our patrons who support us over at patreon.com/Super Spaghetti Bros. Jason, start us off.
Yo. Thank you to Famous for Nothing.
Billy the Kid Lawrence.
Corinne Berg.
Dr. Lambic.
D.P. Grant.
SB Cat, shout out to Choco Bros.
Iron Aggro. Unshout out to Choco Bros.
It's your boy, Woody.
Lisa S.
Mr. Trumpeter 711.
Yo, Swirls Barkley. Shout out to Choco Bros.
Zach P.
Pokemon Trainer J.
Elbow Juice.
Panda Love.
Jip214, unshout out to the Choco Bros.
Frank Verg.
Fabio the Iguana.
Unholy Dolphin.
Vetus.
What's up, Carl?
Lands of Masters.
Regular Pat. YT.
Strawberry Mango.
Carson. Shout out to the Choco Bros.
Afro Roxas. Jenny. Travis Town Jr.
Phil Games.
Oh, wait. Can we do one of Zem this next time?
Does everyone?
I just want
Librarian Gamer.
Dick Butt 23.
Lost Constance.
Thank you guys so much for supporting us at patreon.com/Super Spaghetti Bros. We just did a live version of Fine I'll Do It Myself, and so that whole first season will be up soon, and we're going to start the second season very shortly after that to give you at least some sort of fun content. Also, we recorded something for something, and I can't tell you what the something is, but the bloopers are going to be up on the Patreon, and you'll find out soon enough. So anyways, thank you guys for supporting us. We will see you next time. Goodbye.